Yeah. Good evening. My name is Roderick, and I'm the current treasurer of Mississippi Market. I'm here to present to you our fiscal year 2025 finances in review. We're proud to report that we received a clean audit for fiscal year 2025, affirming the accuracy and the integrity of our financial reporting. In addition to financial progress, we marked a major milestone with the start of construction on our 622 Selby location, an investment in our future that will support growth, improve service, and better meet the needs of our community.
That's great, Madeline.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Have you been in Selby lately?
Oh yeah, it's the only one I shop at 'cause it's right here.
What a huge mess.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
It'll be done soon, though.
I say to all the staff, I'm like, do you go crazy?
There have been some days that have been really rough.
I'm sure. Okay, good. I'm ready for people.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2, test 1 2, testing 1 2 3.
Yes.
Well, maybe while you're standing here, I'll have you do a quick sound check.
Oh, for sure.
And then I don't feel like you need to worry about the rest.
Sure.
So I'm not worried about the sound check in the room, but I do want to listen on the live stream.
Okay.
So I'll let you know when I'm ready. And then I need about 30 seconds of content because there's a lag.
Okay. Okay, and I'm guessing nobody's gonna need to adjust the mic like up and down like you do when short and tall people?
Well, it is best if it's close.
Okay, is it close?
It's not going to be super close, but it's best if it's sort of under
My,
where your words are going to be coming out.
okay, I'll move it then a little. Like that. Okay. So I'm starting now. Good evening, everyone. As Molly said, I'm Catherine Downey, and I've been the CEO since 2020 and an employee of Mississippi Market for the last 31 years. Thank you for joining us tonight, for showing up for your co-op, your community, and for the values that we share. As CEO, it's my honor to reflect on a year of change, challenge, and growth. Keep going? Yes. This past year has brought transformation. Some of it we planned carefully, and some we navigated as it happened. I'm getting feedback, so I think I'm gonna move the mic. Or is that just a ringing noise? Okay. Let's start with one of the most encouraging trends, membership growth. At a time when people across the country are reevaluating how and where they spend their dollars, more people are choosing to become members at the co-op. Keep going? Okay. We've welcomed a surge of new households that are looking for more than a grocery store. They're looking for a just and inclusive local economy. Keep going? Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen.
That's okay.
Try it one more time. I think I had the mic that was on the floor was on,
Okay.
and so I turned it off, and I'd like to see what it sounds like now.
Okay. I'm not hearing the feedback already.
Good.
So just another 30 seconds of content then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. As Molly said, I'm Catherine Downey, and I've been the CEO at Mississippi Market since 2020 and an employee of Mississippi Market for the last 31 years. Now I'm hearing feedback. Do you guys hear it? Thank you for... Now it's gone. Well, now it's back. What if I go like this? This is how it started. Oh. Testing, 1, 2. Now I don't hear it. Now I do.
Let's try 30 more seconds of content.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. As Molly said, I'm Catherine Downey, and I've been the CEO since 2020. I've been an employee of Mississippi Market for the last 31 years. Thank you for joining us tonight, for showing up for your co-op, your community, and for the values we share. As CEO, it's my honor to reflect on a year of change, challenge, and growth. Do you guys hear the feedback? Yes.
just so you know. This past year has brought transformation. Some of it we planned carefully, and some we navigated as it happened. In every case, we leaned into our co-op principles, made courageous decisions, and emerged stronger together. Is that 30 seconds?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
I messed with a couple things. There is a couple times I heard a little bit of something coming back.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
Okay. And Molly and Roderick, if you guys want to just come up here and it's not much to practice, but just if you want. And such.
It is best if you can project a little, because I can always take sound away I can't add.
Could you hear me well?
What's that?
Could you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay.
Is mine printed out? Maybe not. I'll print my own thing out. Hello, I'm Molly Phipps. I'm the president of Mississippi Market. I'm happy to see you all here. It's like, I'm not hearing feedback. Cool. I can be super loud.
Are you guys going to be all up there together and just kind of pop up and down?
Good question.
We haven't really determined that. What do you suggest?
There's just 4 speakers, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Plus
Me-
Noel. Yeah, 4.
Because there's 4 seats there. There's 2 chairs.
Oh, that
2 spots on the bench?
might work
Sure.
best.
Works for me.
And who's going to do Q? Are you going to invite people to come up to the mic for Q&A, or is just someone going to go around?
I think invite people to come up, and then they can just line up and.
That works.
Excellent. Okay. I'm good. Okay, I don't need anything else.
Do you want to try,
Okay,
Roderick?
thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm doing this, right?
So,
Is closing? Sorry. Closing.
yeah, I know. In retrospect,
It's fine.
because we're basically, so the way we have it structured, the Q&A is before the announcement,
Right. So
which
that's
is
a little,
fine.
unless people are going to be like, we're
Right.
here to
Like in our
hear what
Q&A, they might be like,
happens.
what are the results? And then we're going to be like, those are coming up soon.
Welcome, everybody. If there are still people in the hallway, we could have them come in. We'll get started in just a minute here. All right. It might be church, but you don't have to be on your church behavior. No, welcome everybody to the 2025 Mississippi Market Annual Meeting. We're in a new space. Seems like people found it well, and we're glad to have you here. I'd like to thank all of the staff members who put a lot of time into making this event happen, as well as the Unitarian Church here for hosting us, having great AV support, as well as other assistants. And thank you to all of the board members who have helped. And thank you to all of you for coming. We would not have this meeting if you all didn't come. So it's great to see you here participating in our co-op. And without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to our CEO, Catherine Downey, but someone has, oh, I'm sorry, I'm Molly Phipps. I'm the board president at Mississippi Market. All right, thank you and welcome.
Thanks, Molly. Well, I got the tripping up the stairs out of the way, so the rest is going to be smooth sailing. As Molly said, I'm Catherine Downey, and I'm the CEO here at Mississippi Market, which I've been since 2020, and I've been an employee of Mississippi Market for the last 31 years. Thanks for joining us tonight, for showing up for your co-op, your community, and for the values that we share. As CEO, it's my honor to reflect on a year of change, challenge, and growth. This past year has brought transformation. Some of it we planned carefully, and some we navigated as it happened. In every case, we leaned into our co-op principles, made courageous decisions, and emerged stronger together. Let's start with one of the most encouraging trends, membership growth. At a time when people across the country are reevaluating how and where they spend their dollars, more people are choosing to become members at the co-op. We've welcomed a surge of new households that are looking for more than a grocery store. They're looking for a just and inclusive local economy. And it's not just about numbers. It's energy, ideas, and a desire for a strong, equitable community. And they're finding it here with all of us. In the physical heart of our co-op, we are about to complete one of the most ambitious projects in recent memory, a major refresh at our 622 Selby store. And if you haven't been recently, I encourage you to check it out or wait until early November when it's complete and not as messy and loud. This was more than about a facelift. It was about creating a space that reflects our values, accessible, sustainable, functional, and equipped to meet the needs of a growing and evolving membership. We prioritized what matters: energy efficiency, better flow, expanded product offerings, and we believe a more enjoyable shopping experience. The result is a store that honors our roots while preparing us for the future. As someone who has worked in and alongside the grocery cooperative movement for over 30 years, I want to share both a personal reflection and a strategic update on the grocery landscape. Over the past 3 decades, we've seen the grocery sector shift dramatically. In the 90s into the 2000s, big box retailers expanded aggressively, squeezing out many independent grocers. In the 2010s, the rise of organic, local, and ethical food choices gave cooperatives a renewed purpose. And in the 2020s, online shopping, delivery services, and pandemic disruptions reshaped consumer habits and strained small operations. Through it all, our co-op has remained committed to values-driven service, community engagement, and food justice. But staying true to our mission in today's environment requires more than resilience. It requires strategic evolution. We have an opportunity in this moment in time to embrace transformation and also continuity. We are building on decades of cooperative spirit to ensure we thrive for decades more. And change isn't easy. Growth rarely is. What sets us apart as a cooperative, as a community, is our willingness to deliberately step into change together and with purpose. Together, we are not just adapting to change, we're leading it. In closing, I want to thank our staff for their tireless efforts to make the co-op better for each other and for everyone who walks in our doors. I also want to thank the board for their commitment and service. Thanks to all of you for being part of this journey, for every one of us that is embracing change, fueling growth, and believing in the power of cooperatives. Next, we have Molly back with the President's Report.
Thank you, Catherine. Again, I'm Molly Phipps, Board President. Again, thank you for coming. So this has been a year of living our cooperative principles and values at Mississippi Market Co-op. As federal priorities shifted, grants were pulled, words became verboten, DEI initiatives were shuttered across corporate America, we and other co-ops leaned into the seventh cooperative principle, concern for community, and the cooperative values of solidarity, equality, and equity as our way of showing our principles and values. Yes, all of you too. So last year, through the positive change in the 2025 fiscal year, we raised over $165,000 for local organizations. As of when I wrote this in September, we're at over 100,000, and so we're on our way. This year, our generosity is even greater than it was last year, so thanks to everybody. Those pennies and bag credits really make a difference in our community. And it wasn't just us leaning into the cooperative principles of concern for community or the values of solidarity, equality, and equity. When Twin Cities Pride, due to changing corporate values, was out of sponsorship dollars that they had been counting on in the past, we and 5 other Twin Cities co-ops banded together to help support our LGBTQIA community and make sure that there was a safe space for Twin Cities Pride. Together, we did it together, another situation where we're another cooperative principle cooperating amongst cooperatives. We also leaned into Mississippi Market's goals and our ends policy, which is saying the world that we want to create. And so in terms of championing a just and inclusive local economy and in innovating to serve our needs of our diverse communities, we did a bit of a refresh at the West 7th store, changing the flow, adding some new products, and as Catherine mentioned, the large refresh at the Selby store. I've been behind the scenes a little bit, and it's going to be fabulous. So I'm really excited for all of this and everything that next year has to offer. I want to thank you all for participating and for helping make Mississippi Market a great community. And thanks to all the board members, incoming, outgoing, continuing. We couldn't do it without all of you. So thanks, and with that, I pass it off to, now we have to approve the meeting minutes from the 2024 annual meeting. I believe everyone was offered that in the email. So if I could get a motion to approve the meeting minutes from last year. We've got a motion, thanks. Can I get a second, please? Excellent, all right, all in favor by voice vote or raise of hands? Aye. Anyone opposed? Abstaining? All right, with that, the meeting minutes from last year have been approved. Thank you, everyone, for participating in that. And now I will pass it off to Roderick, our treasurer, for the treasurer's report.
All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for being here. It's always uplifting for me to see cooperative member participation in action, so I really appreciate you taking the time out of your lives and days to be here with us. My name is Roderick, and I'm the current treasurer of Mississippi Market. I'm here to present our fiscal year 2025 finances in review. We're proud to report that we received a clean audit for the year, affirming the accuracy and integrity of our financial reporting. I wanted to mention that the board has a process by which we review the audit that includes members at large. So if any of you are interested in participating on the audit committee this upcoming year, feel free to find me after this, and I'll get your information so that you can be invited to that volunteer opportunity. In addition to financial progress, we marked a major milestone with the start of construction on our Selby location, an investment in our future that will support growth, improve service, and better meet the needs of our community. Over the past 3 years, we've seen steady growth in customer engagement. Our customer count has risen steadily for the past several years, reaching 885,000 this past year, a strong indicator of growing community support. While basket size, that's the amount that each transaction averages, peaked at a little over $39 in 2023. It dipped slightly last year to just below $38 and has improved again this past year to right about $39. This upward trend in both customer count and average spend per visit is a positive sign of overall momentum. Over the past 3 years, we've seen consistent sales growth across the organization, reaching $34.5 million in 2025. This is up from $31.1 million in 2023. Our Selby Ave and West 7th stores both have shown strong gains, especially West 7th, which contributes significantly to the overall increase. Our East 7th store has remained stable, seeing about $100,000 in sales growth this last year. And we continue to explore other ways to support growth in that location. This overall sales momentum reflects the trust and support of our community and the strength of our operations. Despite shifts in income and rising costs, we've maintained strong gross margins, consistently near or above 38% over the past 3 years. This reflects effective pricing, inventory management, and operational discipline, allowing us to remain financially healthy while continuing to reinvest in our stores and return value to our members. Strong margins are a key indicator of our ability to operate sustainably in a competitive environment. This year, net income came in well below expectations. Primarily, this was due to a patronage dividend refund that we issued to our members. While this impacted our bottom line, it reflects our commitment to sharing success and giving back to the community that supports us. If you were not aware, we had a larger than usual taxable income this year, and we made the decision to issue a patronage refund to our members. This allows us to return value directly to those who support us, while also managing our tax obligations responsibly. Over the last 4 years, our EBITDAP, that's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization, and patronage, which is a good indicator of overall store business performance, has shifted from a peak of $34 million, which was about 11%, to $931,000, 2.7% in our most recent year. This decline reflects a combination of increased investment, rising costs, and strategic decisions such as reinvestment into store improvements. While these figures are lower than previous highs, we are seeing signs of stabilization and are focused on improving our margin through improved efficiency and long-term growth strategies. This past year, we made meaningful progress in strengthening our financial position while investing in our future. Cash and investments grew by over $800,000, providing us with a solid financial cushion and flexibility for upcoming needs. At the same time, we made a major investment, over $1 million, into remodeling one of our stores. Thanks to these efforts, our total assets increased by nearly $100,000 compared to last year. We also saw a rise in accrued expenses, which is primarily due to that patronage dividend, a reflection of our decision to return value to our members following a strong year. Finally, I'm pleased to share that our long-term debt decreased thanks to regular annual payments that continue to reduce our liabilities responsibly. Altogether, these results show a healthy balance between growth, reinvestment, and member return, and we're proud to move forward with this strong foundation. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Roderick. Now we're going to move into the Q&A portion of the meeting. So we have a mic right up at the front, and if you have questions and you're able to walk up, we'll do it that way. If you need us to bring the mic to you, you can raise your hand, and one of the board members who is in the audience will bring it to you. So all three of us are here. You can ask. we've got time for everybody, or at least both of you.
I'm wondering if you want to talk about the merger at all.
We are going to be announcing the election results right after this, so you can, anything else? No. So we will, shortly.
So I was wondering, because it wasn't clear to me, why you want to merge with this other co-op that's way over in, I think, Stillwater, right, or something? And I mean, you're like far apart, and how is that going to work, and what is the reason for that?
And what was the last part?
What was the reason?
Oh, yeah. So again, I think the position of the grocery landscape in the Twin Cities, even since I've been in this business for 30 years, I grew up on the north side of Minneapolis, and at that time you could, if you worked at a co-op, you could bring your child with you, and so I got to help cashier and fill bulk bins and that sort of thing. North Side Community Food Co-op closed, as have many other co-ops over the years, and so I believe, and I think many others do, that the future of strengthening the co-op is to continue to work together in more robust and specific ways, so that we're not just, scratching for our part of the grocery pie, but getting a big piece of it.
But in sort of what ways are you working together, because the whole thing is really clear how that's going to work.
I'm sorry, I have trouble hearing.
But, I mean, more specifics about how that's going to work, because the whole thing, I don't know the grocery business, and so the whole thing about what ways are you going to work together, that would be helpful to, I mean, sort of specifics, kind of like that.
Sure. It might be better to talk individually, but again, generally, when we're bigger, our main distributor, UNFI, United Natural Foods, bases our discount on purchases. So the more purchases we have, the better price we get from them, the more we can pass on to our customer. That's one of the ways that we can try to stay price competitive. We're never going to beat people like Aldi's and Walmart and, well, now Jeff Bezos, Whole Foods, Amazon, et cetera. So that's one advantage. There's operational efficiencies, right? So instead of having multiple people doing the same job, you have fewer people doing the same job. That's not exactly what I meant. Because we aren't
Less
planning
redundancy.
Yeah, less redundancy, because no jobs are being eliminated. This is a situation too where, in River Market's case, they are a smaller store, so they don't have robust admin staff, which is also a disadvantage to them. There's a question in the back.
All right, we've got someone bringing the microphone.
Hello. I was wondering, we have the account balances and stuff for Mississippi Market. What about the other co-op balances and so forth?
Daniel, can you repeat that if you...
So she said that we had balances for Mississippi Market in front of us here. What can you tell us about the balances of the other co-op?
Balances.
I think finance.
Oh, I'm not sure the question. What is their financial position? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah, so they're in again, a different financial position in the sense that they're smaller, but we both have, healthy balance sheets.
Yep, and the board reviewed those things before we decided to go forward with the merger proposal.
While the mic was so close, this might seem a little off topic, but ICE is active in the Twin Cities and in the metro area, and I'm curious what steps have been taken to train folks in the store, in the front, the middle, the back, and especially in the east 7th store in the kitchen in the basement, what precautions, I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking, well, maybe none. There
Oh,
should be
just
training,
across.
there should be a safe room that's established
yeah.
in each place that has a sign on it, and everybody knows what needs to happen.
Yep, we have
And
done,
they need to be safe in the parking lot, and I'm just
Yes,
hoping
yes.
that that's, yes. What,
yes. Yes, our HR department worked on a training for staff that was launched through our platform called Paylocity. And in addition, we put up signs that say, private area, did all the different, things on the checklist of things that we can do to protect our employees. We haven't had an issue, and we don't have necessarily a strong community that we believe is currently at strong risk, but nevertheless, we took the precaution and training.
Come on down.
Hi, I'm curious if you've signed a contract with the new employees union, and or what's the status of that contract negotiations?
Yeah. Yep, we're currently in an active negotiation with UFCW 1189. That has been going on since January of last year, and we've completed what's called the non-economic portion. Completed that about 2 weeks ago, for those of you who are familiar with union contracts, and have now entered into the economic portion, which we're hoping to have resolved in the next 2 months. When we started this process, we were told the average union contract takes 400 days. So we're hoping 365 or so would be ideal, and I can't comment a lot on that just because it's an active negotiation. So that's what I can tell you.
All right, to keep us on time for dinner, we probably have about time for one more question if there's one more burning one. And then board members and Catherine will be around for the dinner, so you can always chat with us then as well.
In the back? Okay. If you.
We didn't know she's coming.
I asked my question in the sign up for tonight, and I was thinking that those questions were going to be answered, but I'm assuming they're not, so I'm going to ask again. Is there any purposeful effort to minimize plastic packaging in our co-ops?
I would say this comes up every year, and we have lots of compostable products. We continue to look at ways to improve our packaging, and the reality is that most of what's available and cost-effective is plastic that can be recycled. So I think I don't have a great answer other than, even products on the shelves. So many vendors are switching from like bottles to plastic. It's a challenge.
So as members, do we have any power to approach the distributors to say, if we have a choice between glass and plastic or paper, compostable and plastic, we really want something that's more eco-friendly. We're concerned about our environment, we're concerned about our kids.
Right. I mean, in that specific question, I would say you certainly could contact different, companies that use plastic and appeal to them. We certainly, will continue to try and find alternatives where we see that we can. I know that's a disappointing answer.
All right, thanks everyone for your questions. As I said, we'll be around at dinner time if there are further questions. And now For the answer you've all been waiting for, we have our board member Noel Nix, who's going to share the election results, both the directors for the director's election as well as for the consolidation proposal.
Thanks, Molly. Good evening, everyone. I'm Noel Nix, and I serve as a member of the recruitment committee of the board. And I want to give special thanks to fellow board member Daniel Ramos-Haas, staff member Sophia Ferliti, and member owner representative Beth Fritcher for participating in this year's slating process. A special thank you to Madeline Summers, who did a brilliant job of keeping us on time, on schedule, and organized. The co-op bylaws require that one member owner who is not a member of the board serve on the slating committee to help review candidate applications. So if you are interested in participating in that for next year, be sure to connect with a board member before you leave today. We had 5 candidates slated by the board to stand for election by the membership. I'll note that this is the first competitive election we've had in several years, and we're really, really grateful to all of the candidates and member owners who took the time to submit an application and go through the process. The board plays a critical role in representing the member owners and decisions impacting our cooperative. We're only as strong as our leadership, which includes our member owners who participate in our board and on our board committees. If you're interested in learning more about applying to serve on the board at next year's, as part of next year's process, again, connect with myself or another board member before you leave today. So with no further ado, I'm pleased to share the results of the board election and unification proposal. For Mississippi Market, we had 1,187 total votes. 89% of votes cast were for approval of unification with River Market. 11% were against approval. The director candidates who have been named to the board by the membership include Laura Rosenberg, Andrea Specht, and Haley Swales. Let's give a round of applause. Again, thank you to all of you who have voted. I think we know that practicing democracy has never been more important in our lifetimes, and I am proud to be a part of this cooperative because we have an opportunity to have a democratic voice in the governance of our cooperative. So thank you and congratulations again to our new board members. Part of the unification process requires that River Market vote in the affirmative for unification. I can share that River Market had 489 total votes. 81% approved unification and 19% of votes cast were against unification. So with the approval of both boards, the unification process will move forward. Thank you again for taking the time to vote on these really important matters, and look for next steps, information on next steps as to the unification process as it moves forward. And I'll turn things back over to Molly for some closing comments.
Thanks, Noel. Okay. Absolutely. Board members, stand up, give a wave.
A few in the back.
Great. Okay, so thank you so much. Now we're going to go grab some dinner. So you'll exit the space the way you came in, through the back doors. The buffet is set up in the lobby, and I'd like to invite anyone with allergies or specific food needs to please go to the front of the line to make sure there's enough food for you to eat. We'll see you in the dining room for vendor samples and good cheer. And if you happen to miss the tote bags or your $5 voucher on the way in, please stop a Mississippi Market staff. They've got the name tags, and they can assist you. Thanks so much for coming, and I look forward to seeing you at dinner.
Any lies detected in my comments?
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's a good one. But we still, that is a really good question. Those are all the details we have to deal with now.